What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and we're continuing on the build of the pickup truck. Now, a lot of the last video and several other videos have been a lot of me talking. I'm going to keep it short. Let's jump straight into the meat and potatoes of today's video. So, I am going to work on bondoing this place up. Another video, you see me fix this hole up. Now I'm going to put some bondo there. We've done a little bit of work as far as the decals. We pour 15 inside here, got that ready. Pour 15 across here where we welded before. Pour 15 on the inside of here. And we're going to put some bondo here, get this all squared away and looking good. So if you didn't catch the other videos up through here, it is completely dented in. And we'll be able to put a little bit of bondo on that. But I did want to catch you up from the last video from where we kind of welded in everything, tacked everything up. Now everything is finished, welded in and down with a flat disc. So we're looking pretty decent here, looking decent across here, and had to fill in all this stuff here. I would try to fill this in, but every time I try to put a low powered pull on the MIG welder, it just burns it. So bondo is what it's going to get. Across the back here is done. Down through there is done. This still got fire damage, no big deal. This side's all done. This looks a lot better over here on this. Fitment on this side was excellent. This is not a crack. That's just the overlap on the steel. And up through here, another overlap in the steel. This side must have been on a different form as far as it being made. So I'm already a minute and 50 seconds into this video, or probably a little bit more at the intro, so I'm gonna get to work. I'll check you guys in shortly. Alright guys, so I went ahead and got bondo on this to make sure I get that body line. There's some chunks there, but it is what it is. But I needed to get the body line squared away so that it actually is going to form well. Kind of played around with this dent here. I think I got it out the best it's going to come. And then I started adding in a few layers into this here. This right here is going to be the biggest turnaround. There was a whole bunch of dents in here. I can still feel high and low spots in the metal besides the bondo there. So but the shape's coming out pretty decent, so I'm happy about that. And then we're going to walk on over here to the cab, and I started to apply some bondo in that, as you guys seen in the time lapse. So had to kind of go with the finger because the trowel thing there, or whatever, the putty knife thing that I was using is made for this, but not made for this spot here. So there's a lot of bondo on there, and there's a lot of sanding to come. So I'm going to continue to plug away and get back into more stirring up some more bondo and getting some more on that other side of the bed. Guys, so I went ahead and got a little bit of bondo stored up in here, placed in here so that I can get some start to a form or a shape that I'm trying to get to. I'm not a professional, keep saying that, but I'm going to sand this down, get a little bit more. I got some that's poking up above the body line, so I need to get that down and then be able to come back and kind of fill in maybe second to last layer, and then we'll be good to go there. And then hit some of this stuff here. I had a little rust bubble right here. I just want to make sure that I got everything out. I'll go ahead and sand down this whole side. I want to sand up until like this line right here, because from here down it'll get painted. Well, the whole thing will get painted, but this up here is going to get covered by the rail guard. So anyway, got just some stuff around here and there to hit down. I'm going to start off with like 80 grit, just so it hits the big stuff down, and then move down to 150. So get that going, and I'll check back in with you guys shortly. Alright guys, so I went ahead and put another coat on here of Bondo. The shape's looking really good. I'm going to hit it with the DA one more time, and that should give me my final shape. It just might need a little bit of pinhole fixes later, but I'm going to come back with block sand this flat and true and smooth, and hopefully it lines out well and looks good. Then when it comes time to prime it, I'll shoot it with a little bit of primer, check and see about like little pinholes. Then the primer that I have is like a filler primer. It's user friendly and it's supposed to help against like pinholes and stuff like that. So be taking a look at that here shortly. So today I'm just hopefully I get the bed done and prepped ready for full-on primer. That's the goal today. So I'm gonna let this set up. I put a little bit more Bondo on the other side and knock it down, see what it looks like, move on. Alright guys, so I went ahead and took 150 grit on the DA and knocked down the 80 grit that was on there, cleaned up this spot here, and this spot's looking really good for now, till primer comes out and shows everything, and then the paint goes on after that and shows that I absolutely have no idea what I'm doing. That's what I'm fully expecting, by the way. But anyway, 150 grit from the DA, and then I'm going to wipe it down with this red Scotch-Brite. Apparently this is similar to 300 grit. I could get 300 grit, but I got a bunch of these, and 300 grit for the primer is what needs to be used. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wipe that down, catch a couple of the high spots here around these edges, and down in through here and on the bottom, and just keep on moving along. Hopefully this side turns out good here, and I can move on to the next side. Alright guys, so unfortunately it's not quite ready for primer just yet. This spot here and this spot here where I took off rust spots is actually got some texture right here and here, and that's going to show through for sure, and then this spot right here as well. So I'm going to have to pay a little bit more attention with the DA here, and there's a low spot right here. So it's time, I do believe though. Oh, and also can't really tell. Let me see if I can recreate it. Can't really tell, but there's a dent here and here. And this right here is the high spot. So you'll definitely see that in the paint. But I'm going to try and work on that just a tiny bit with some levers, maybe put a little heat on it, see what it does. I don't know, I'm going to test that. But knock this out, knock that out, put some more filler on here, and see what it looks like after I get done doing all that and sanding it all back down. Alright guys, so I went ahead and got this all done up. This is really nice. This right here will get filled in, don't worry about that. But this is really nice looking here. All the way down through the body, it matches up. It's not going to focus, I'll go to the other side. But I had to knock out a few of these places here, and here that had little spots that I could feel here, and then I got this taken care of down here. So it's looking pretty good. Like I said, that down there flows with the body line really well. So I'm actually going to flip this upside down, put the camera against it. So yeah, it flows with the body line really well. Alright, so I got that all done. Now, the other side. That one's a lot worse. So it's going to take a lot more time, but got to get her done. All right, guys, so this side has got a lot more attention that needs, but I can kind of show you how far we've come and just and what we've been doing. So I'm gonna turn this around. All right, so on here, I've been applying a little bit of Bondo to this side, so I've been filling on the other side and dealing with that, but then I come over here and went ahead and put the extra that I had mixed up, and the body line is looking pretty decent. It really shockingly decent as to how bad this was, and the fact that I'm not a professional. But I have a whole bunch of stuff like this here all the way down through here. This is all pitted and looking pretty bad. So this is going to need a little bit of Bondo. And I had a dent down here, got that out. You probably see me working on that. The next one I got to tackle is this guy right here. I'm not going to put too much attention on it, mainly because the bumper is going to be there, but I think that's what probably caused it. So just in case it's could be seen, I'm just going to hammer it, pry bar it out. But this, I don't want to put Bondo on this. So, but this right here is definitely going to need more Bondo. Just got the shape, so now I just got to get the smoothness, and should be good to go. So I'm going to take care of that, get that all sanded down, and I will get you guys filled back in as I get that done. Hey guys, so I got the other side all finished up, and I think it looks pretty decent if I'm honest. Now, it definitely needed some Bondo up through here, and needed the attention there, but the rest of it's in really good shape. This came out just about as good as I'm going to be able to get it. There's little bitty spots here, but like I said, that primer will fill it right in, but I'm super happy with the way that turned out for a guy that hates body work and really struggles with it. Got this out a little bit more. This looks pretty good. So overall, very happy with it. I think it looks kind of neat. Clear coat it and put it on. Nah, I'm not about that. Anyway, right now I'm actually going to work on the tailgate. I picked up a tailgate. The other two, the one with that bed and the one for this this bed here is completely trashed, but this one's in fairly good shape. The cups are a little rusty, but that's a non-issue. Clean those up and that's good to go. All this seam down through here looks really good, minus this little spot here. So I'm just going to come in here with the grinder, kind of dig this out, and then leave it. I thought about putting a little bit of weld there. I thought about putting a little bit of weld here, but I don't think I'm gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna leave it, and after I get it ground out, get some 415 on it, and then send it home. I got some more stuff here I got to clean up, but this is not bad at all. So just unbolt this, clean this up, bolt it back on, and it has all of its hardware. And I'm gonna put you guys back on a time lapse, tear this thing apart, get the things I need on the tailgate fixed and ready to go, and get it sanded down, get the emblems off of it, and that'll probably wrap this video up. So I'll see you guys in a few. All right, guys, so I went ahead and got the tailgate all sanded up. Looks really, really good. And while it was here and I had a little bit left, I hadn't put port 15 down here on this seam. If you know, you know, but I pushed it and oozed it back there. And then the camera ran out of memory, so I had to go through and delete some stuff, but I rocked it back and forth. So I'm hoping that I just ran port 15 all along the bottom there. And then I put it here and on this one too, so those are covered. And then, like I said, while it was out, I went ahead and did these cuts because the ones on my truck, they actually, I had to, I think, fix this one here, the one with the opening in it. So I've got to pick these things up and get them hung. But yeah, I just douse them in this stuff so that they'll be good, hopefully for a long time. That being said, I want to thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna end this one off here. I really do appreciate you guys watching and keeping up with the build. I know that the videos aren't professional, and I'm not a professional doer here. I'm just a guy doing it in my brother's garage. So I'd like to invite you back for the next one. And yeah, I think we'll be working on the cab and the Bondo on that one. So if you guys have any critiques, anything, good, bad, whatever, just drop it down in the comments and I will read those and maybe learn a little something. So you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.